Welcome to this introduction to Soulbound Tokens, or also called SBTs. So first of all, what are SBTs? They are non-transferable, unique digital tokens that are stored on the blockchain and created by a smart contract and owned by a Web3 address. And through that, they enable previously impossible use cases, because now data can be tied to an individual or entity, and thereby enabling things like a proof of personhood, a proof of attendance, or a proof of a completed KYC process. Through that, you get automated utility, because the information is stored in the SBT on the blockchain and can thereby reused across the entire ecosystem and even other ecosystems through bridging. However, it is important to note that the information which can now be tied to an address like a person or an entity should be information that can be publicly accessible. But it should not be used for data that should be private by default, like healthcare data. There, it is much better to use things like verifiable credentials or MDocs, because here the identity data is not stored on a blockchain and therefore publicly accessible by everyone. So what are now the features you get with walt.id tooling for SBTs? You can mint and distribute SBTs by creating smart contracts and then minting the tokens to different users on all our supported EVM chains. You can also build utility by verifying SBT metadata as well as ownership through our verification endpoints, as well as through our dynamic policies, which you can create using the open policy agent and the Rego language. Apart from that, you can enable login with SBTs in Web2 applications by using our IDP kit, which is a decentralized identity provider, which you can connect to any IMN tool out there, which is built on top of OIDC standards, like Auth0 and Keycloak. You can also extend any application with the feature to display SBTs of the authenticated user using our wallet and NFT kit. With that, let's jump into a quick demo and see how we can deploy our first contract and then mint tokens to our address and view that token in a wallet. So I have here now the NFT kit and the REST endpoints up and running. And what we will be using is the contract deploy endpoint to deploy now our Soulbound token smart contract. I've already provided here the request body. I selected the Gorilla chain. And as a token standard, we use the ERC721, but we will be providing in the options the transferable option to set to false, so that at the end in the background, there will be a modified ERC721 contract be deployed, where it has at the end a certain function that makes sure that you cannot transfer a token once it has been minted to an address. And thereby the ERC721 token becomes a Soulbound token because it cannot be transferred. I've already executed this function and we got back the contract address and the URL for the Explorer. We can now take this contract address and mint our first Soulbound token. So again, using our chain, the contract address we just got, and here I provided already the metadata information, where I basically added a description, a name, an image, where I uploaded it before to IPFS using another endpoint of the NFT kit. And I provided an attribute verified, which is said to be true, and also a recipient address. So let's execute that and get our first SBT. And here the transaction has been successfully completed. So we now have an SBT in our wallet. And to check that, I've already logged into our web wallet, which you can find at wallet.walt.id. And I've added my account here. And if I select the Gorilla network, we should now see right here the just deployed token. Okay, so cool. We have now deployed our contract. We have minted a token. Let's now do a verification based on that token. And first of all, what we will do is use our verify NFT ownership function, where I will again select the chain. I will provide the contract address, which is this. And I will also use my address, so my account, and the token ID, which is 0. And if we execute that, we see that we are actually an owner with this token. And next to the ownership verification we just did, we also have more granular verification types, like to verify that the metadata of the NFT has certain values, like to be verified and that needs to be true. Or also that you can create custom policies using the Rego language and then verify NFTs against those policies. So you have there great flexibility when it comes to doing different kinds of verifications. And with that, you have seen how you can create an SBT contract, mint SBTs, and then also verify them. And the great thing is there's even more, because you can mint and verify SBTs on different EVM chains like Ethereum, Polygon, Shimmer, and the different testnets. But you can also use different languages to do minting and verification, like via REST or via our Java and Kotlin libraries. And because we are open source under the Apache 2 license, you can also come and extend functionality where needed. With that, get started today using SBTs for free with the walt.id NFT kit. Visit our website at walt.id/NFT kit or click the link in the description to get started. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And with that, happy building. See you next time.